So what did you think about this show?
If you're a guy and you're going out there doing things and your wife is quiet and she's enduring, sleep with one eye open.
For sure. That's what they say.
Sleep with one eye open.
But this guy was
Do you know how many women have talked about boiling that pot of water and watched you sleep ready to pour it on you? Okay, many of them say, I boiled the water and I left.
This is how oblivious I think men that abuse their
doing
wives
these
are.
things are.
She bought a gun to shoot him. And his only thought and deduction from that was because he found her with the gun.
He thought she was going to off herself.
Yes. He was like,
idiot.
Can you believe? I think I've pushed her too much this time. She was about to take her own life.
Much as throughout the movie we are watching him being affected by his dad's actions, we are watching his disgust, we are watching his heartbreaks, we are watching his disappointment. At some point I kept thinking, imagine if she hadn't pushed for that anniversary and just let this man go. Why hadn't she just let this man go with Matipa? And welcome back to Calmly Aligned. We are very happy to see you here. Today we are going to talk about something that has been buzzing. It is the buzz, it is the talk, it is the... I was even pressured into watching it. The Polygamist. My name is Priscilla.
Amanda.
And today we are going to be talking about the lessons we learned from watching The Polygamist.
Like for our aunties and mummies out there that don't know about it,
go and watch.
Yes.
But also we can tell you.
And if you don't want spoilers, go and watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, just stop here. This is not your
here
episode.
And then
come back later. Yes. So like a short summary, this is a show that first of all, mommy, auntie, daddy is the buzz. I've never felt bullied. I've never watched Game of Thrones. So this was
I don't mean to judge
worse.
you, but I'm judging you.
I've never,
zero interest.
But I watched Prison Break.
I think I was pressured into watching Prison Break because it's all anyone would talk about.
Yeah. So this was like that for me.
Prison Break and Real Housewives. Was it Desperate Housewives? Desperate Housewives. The one with Eva Longoria.
I never watched it fully. I just saw clips.
I watched Desperate Housewives and Prison Break because of pressure.
Yeah. So Polygamist, we've watched Polygamist.
My understanding of polygamy was when someone officially marries many wives.
Right?
So I was very confused when I was watching and there was he had married someone before.
I had seen reviews about it. And most of the reviews, like the Ugandan reviews that I'd seen, people would be like, oh, I started watching The Polygamist and it's like I know my Ugandan marriage. I don't know. But when I saw Sherry Shepherd, James from Shits and Gigs, what's the guy? There's a lady I follow, but she's African, so yeah. There's Kev on the mic. Do you know that guy?
Yes.
Talking about it, he had a whole episode about it with his wife. I was like, let me just see what this is about. So
you went and watched.
So I finally watched. So a short summary of what happens. This is a show, I think it's about a man that he chooses polygamy. That's his lifestyle. So he starts out, he has a wife, and then he gets a mistress who is a colleague, and the mistress enters his company. He's first of all a businessman, a wealthy man that has a construction company. And then he gets a wife. Now he has a wife who came from a good background, political background, but she's a stay-at-home wife. Then he had a brother that was his right-hand man. So the brother brought in a girlfriend. That's the Matipa.
And the girlfriend had designs.
Yes. Matipa is now the girlfriend that came in as the mistress. But even, we found out later that he also had a first wife that he married later. No, actually, she was married second. But he had a woman before he met his wife that he went back and married. traditionally, but introduced her to the official wife as the brother's wife.
As his sister-in-law.
Yeah. So
And the brother played along.
Yeah.
So the whole family.
So much so that he never married his own. That's crazy to me.
It's insanity. Madness.
Anyway, so yes, fast forward, these are 3 wives now. Fast forward, he eventually also adds his daughter's friend,
Lindani.
Lindani, and that's the last, I think that's where it ends. The rest are just sides.
I don't know what
Yeah,
to call
side
those.
things.
Side
So
quests.
Yeah. So that's why the movie is called, the series is called Polygamist. This is season 1. He had 2 kids from his first wife, and that was Mpume and Menzi. Then this wife that he married traditionally, that he passed off as his brother's wife, the daughter was called Sarah, but she also had an older child, Freedom.
From before, from a different relationship.
Yeah, from a different relationship, Freedom. Then, yeah, I think that's it. Those are his kids.
And then he had 2. He had twins with...
Oh yes,
with
later.
Matipa.
Yeah, he later had twins with
Yes,
Matipa.
yes.
So yeah, that's the synopsis. That's how Polygamist comes into play. So what did you think about this show?
You know how like you're watching a train wreck happening right before your eyes, and you keep thinking it can't get worse, and indeed it gets worse.
Yeah.
And you're looking at all these people that are caught up in this mess, and all you can think is, how can just one person just do so much manyanga? Like the entire time I was like, surely it's not going to get worse. You know, that the point where he shows up to his anniversary celebration and seemingly makes up with Joyce. And then I was like, oh, okay, so now he has come to his senses. Now we are going to move into some semblance of normalcy. No. It's like the guy said, hold my beer, let me first show you how I can just wreck my entire family.
So for me, because I had all these spoilers, I watched summaries.
Or you watched all this stuff before you sat down to watch?
Yeah. I watched all the summaries. I watched okay, not all, because I didn't understand what I was talking about. Like I said, I kept seeing people going both ways, like it's not that big a deal. And then others were like, oh my God, especially the Americans. So I just watched it because, let me see what this fuss is about. And I watched it and I was like, what's the big deal? It's not that big a deal, but I was shocked every time.
Okay.
In the watching, I'd be like, because I knew what was going to happen.
Okay.
But the sequence of events kept shocking me.
Yes.
Of how things would just get exposed. I'm like, oh my goodness. This is actually wild. Yeah. So yes, we're going to share lessons we learned. We think we can pick from this Polygamist. I think it's a cautionary tale to marriages and to married couples and to families as a whole. Yeah. So, you want to start? Do you have your first?
My first lesson is like a stark lesson, or the biggest one for me. And you know, if you've watched the entire series to the end, the closing scene has Menzi, Jonas's son. He's with someone.
With his almost wife.
With a crush, Lindani.
Yeah.
And I was watching that scene and I said, yeah, I was waiting for this. Why was I waiting for that? Much as throughout the movie we are watching him being affected by his dad's actions, we are watching his disgust, we are watching his heartbreaks, we are watching his disappointment. The one thing that I'm sure, even to himself, because this is a story that we keep seeing, it's like a recurring thing. A lot of children will do as they saw rather than do as they were told.
Yeah.
So it's a lesson to not just dads, but to parents. If there is something that you're doing that you do not want to see repeated in your family, how about you work on yourself to stop? It's not that simple, but it has been done and it can be done.
Yeah.
Because now the end shows you what the next season, if we have it, is going to look like. It's
Yeah.
starting a fresh cycle.
Yeah. Actually, now when you put it like that, it makes sense, but I feel like if you're the one, like this man that was creating all this mess, I think he's just selfish. I don't think if you're the person, if you're the him in that situation, I don't think you care.
I don't think there was thought process. And I don't believe there was thought process, because it shows you clearly that Jonasi had grown up without much of a father figure. So he didn't have anything to learn from. So he's just acting out of his own personal interests.
Yeah.
No guidance, no what. Selfish, like you said.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are living like that. So this...
Even with parents.
Even with parents. So watching this is like a warning of what can happen.
Yeah.
So easily. Because, of course, one can argue that, sure, not all children who grew up around certain situations are going to be the same. It's true. Not all. Some will completely go the opposite way because they remember the pain of what living in that particular lifestyle had caused. So they might choose to go the opposite way. But some will repeat, and they'll repeat without even understanding why they're repeating. That's the sad part.
Yeah. I think mine is also similar. You have to set a good example for your children. Yeah, like children, I think we've been saying it many times over this podcast. We're like, you need to show them by doing and not so much by telling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so many times we make excuses and say, but he's a man. Men are like that. No. If you're going to break a cycle, then you can't do what has been done before.
Yeah.
You have to be the one who... And breaking away from what you know is something that is so hard. It's really hard. But it can be done. It has been done. Yeah.
I think mine is to the mothers. Mothers can't afford to be vain.
Oh, break that down.
This whole thing of my marriage,
How
I
will
can't
they see
live because
me?
of the children, my marriage.
Is it vanity?
Like, okay, you can't okay, marriage, maybe that's a different point. But marriage cannot be it. You cannot protect your marriage at all costs. When you
Protect
bring
your marriage
kids
more
in,
than you protect your children.
yes, when you bring kids in, these kids that haven't asked to be brought, your attention has to shift from the look to the health. And if it's healthy, please leave. I said this because you talked about the boys, that last scene. When you watch the series, you see that this guy has been himself all his life, the father. But you see throughout the progression of the series, the boy's attitude
Exposure.
and character starts to change.
The long-term exposure starts to change him.
Yes. So he started out as a really shy, quiet boy. Sweet, very sweet boy. Loves his dad, looks up to his dad. Then, over the sequence of events started changing him. First of all, the dad got another woman into the picture, got her pregnant, and he was the only one that didn't side with the mom. He went and loved on those babies. I know most parents love that when the kids
Receive their
yes,
siblings from
yes,
another mother.
yes, regardless of how it happens. And he was that, not judgmental at all. Then you see the point where he's telling his dad, the dad notices that he has a crush on this girl. Lindani is the best friend to his sister's best friend. So he has a crush on her, and then the father sees it, makes fun of him, but then goes ahead to still hit on that girl, his son's crush. That was wild to me. And you saw that shift in his
and
character.
he remembered the statement the dad made that that thing he said that even when she's taken, you can still go and take her
Yeah.
from someone else.
Yes. This was a boy that would go to the strip club and be like, this is, what was he telling his cousin, his friend, his brother?
I don't even remember, but
He kept saying that is assault. So, but
yeah,
he was
yeah.
so protective of women and supportive and respectful. And then you start seeing him sleeping around. You start seeing him being dismissive. You start seeing him at the end laying with his father's girl. That was wild to me. That was so heartbreaking to me.
Extremely.
I was like, now the mom, what has
And
she
that
saved?
is the scene they had to leave us with, that bitter taste in our mouth.
Some of
Really,
us are
as if that's the series hadn't stressed us enough.
Some of us are even stressed. We're like, is he sick? Because that girl was the one that was with the husband while he was infected.
Yes.
The rest had child.
Yes.
The rest of the women had child. But she's the one that was there. So I don't know if she had stopped.
I thought by virtue of the fact that she was healthy and she kept telling Jonasi to look after himself meant that she had started treatment and therefore might have, I don't know. I don't know. There are so many things that were going through my mind.
Yeah.
Of course, I had that same thought.
Because
is he
now, yeah.
contracting? He's fully aware that his father was with her.
And he was sick.
And he was sick. What is he doing?
Right.
But then again, that goes to show you that so many times you're fighting against something that is so much deeper than just the physical.
Yeah. What did you want to add?
So much deeper. I wanted to tell, a lot of the time, with the lifestyle that I chose as a stay-at-home mom, I found a lot of women coming to me and telling me, you've totally abandoned your social life, you've forgotten yourself, you've let yourself go. But you can't give all your life to your children. You need to live for yourself. You need to do things. And I agree with that. But so many times people go beyond just living for themselves. They now totally forget the responsibility that you have. Yes, enjoy your life. Are there things that you can do for yourself that you enjoy that do not damage your family? Can we have that consideration there as part of the decision-making process of this thing that I want to do? How is it going to affect the people that are nearest and dearest to me? Yeah.
Now that you mentioned that, another thing I learned watching this series, because usually you hear of these affairs, because like my Ugandan friends were saying on social media, this happens all the time. Whatever was happening, there's nothing there.
There's nothing new that
has never
Africans
happened.
are seeing that we haven't seen in the African setting.
Yeah. But it also made me understand that sometimes women, people usually think when a woman doesn't leave a cheating husband, she's weak, she's all those things. But I realized she's not really weak. She's just, her attention is somewhere else. She's distracted. So this lady was distracted by the fame. First of all, because she was a socialite. She had no job, first of all. She was a socialite. And her socialite was attached.
Her status was attached to her,
marriage,
identity.
To her identity
the
as a married
identity
woman.
She had online was as a married woman.
A happily married woman.
Yes.
To a point that she even lied later on that she's happily receiving another woman when she thought she could still try to salvage.
And pressured him into celebrating an anniversary that someone had moved on from and didn't have any interest in celebrating.
And this is a strong woman in all aspects.
Yes.
She was strong. She was a strong businesswoman. She had strong connections. She even had children to get out, but she was just distracted. All her attention was on being married, on this man,
on this identity, on this character she had created that was married and happily married with a family that was beautiful and thriving. And oh gosh. Actually, she didn't have just 2 children with Jonasi. Remember,
she had another one.
With the baby.
The baby, yes, you're right.
I've just remembered 3. That.
The baby.
I've just remembered that, but
the baby boy that she thought, this is also another one. It's never your fault. She thought her giving birth was the reason he was cheating.
Oh, yes, yes.
So now when she got the pregnancy scare, that's why she couldn't, because she was like, last time I was pregnant. That's when the other...
This is what it started.
That gave avenue, like space, a window for the other woman to come in.
Kumbe Bambi, the guy had already been... Manake, don't laugh. It's so sad. It's so
Kumbe there
sad.
was, hey, my God.
But you know, the entire time, like at some point I kept thinking, imagine if she hadn't pushed for that anniversary and just let this man go. Why hadn't she just let this man go with Matipa? Let the man go and be someone else's problem. Like I kept thinking, what would life have looked like? What would life have looked like even for her children? Do you understand? Like there's always that point, that turning point where you take a decision. And of course we don't know. So many times now, like trying to keep your family together, you think you're doing the right thing. Kumbe, she was on a lost cause. Who didn't Jonasi climb? My God. At some point I kept thinking, is this a disease? Do we need to? Because why?
But I didn't mind that. That's why I said the lesson I learned is the women are not weak. They're distracted. Because I feel like sometimes before you, like a marriage is a hard commitment. It's a lifetime commitment. It's supposed to be a lifetime commitment. So it should not be easy to let it go. And she showed us all the motions that she went through.
To save,
yes,
to save
to
her
try
family,
and save until she
to
could
save her
save
family
it
from breaking
no more.
apart.
Until
At
she
what
could
point?
save
And
it
you know, a
no
lot of
more.
people ask that question. At what point do you say enough is enough?
Yeah, I think her point was perfect. Yeah.
I don't think her point
The
was
only
perfect.
problem is she now was vindictive.
That's
because
the thing.
But that is her.
She had let something had sat in her and started to fester to the point that she sent someone to make him sick.
Yeah,
She should have quit earlier before that festering
Yeah.
started.
I know. Oh my God. Okay.
So at what point does a person sit up and say, you know what? Maybe this isn't the best thing. This thing that I'm trying to hold on to
Yeah.
is actually burning and breaking my family even more than if I just release it. I know for all of us, it's a hard question. It's a
That's
hard
a
point
personal
to
question.
Yeah,
That's personal.
it's
Some
a
never
hard
leave.
point. And some just wake up and some never leave, and some just wake up and
Yeah.
pack and go.
Yeah. Some never leave. Some leave so fast.
So if you're in this situation and asking yourself, you're at a point where you're asking, for that woman out there asking herself, when will enough be enough? I think when you're asking that question is when you should quit, actually. I think when you're asking that question is when you should say, you know what? This is it. This is the point.
Yeah.
Anyway.
She passed that point many times.
Yeah.
Even her mother told her, this man is going to kill you.
Yeah, and her mother had been for it at
Yeah.
first.
She was like, no, don't allow that woman to take your man.
Yes.
But
At
after
some
a
point,
while,
the mother
she
was like,
no.
yeah, this is it.
Yeah.
That was a point to listen. My next lesson is whatever people think that they're doing in the dark will always come to the light. Whatever you're doing, what is done in the dark will come to light. Those secrets that people are keeping will surface. Adding a secret on top of that secret to cover the original secret.
Yeah.
Even when something feels so difficult, there is always a way to disclose. I really genuinely want to believe that. Then, because if I don't believe that, then what's the point of relating?
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
Of
That's
honesty, of
my
living
second
honestly.
lesson. Yeah, living honestly, transparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So mine would be, the problem is never the other woman.
Oh, that's a good one.
It is a lesson we are told, but it's a lesson I witnessed. Because the truth is, there are women like Matipa that will try your existence. The woman attacked her. She came for her. She tried to break her marriage. She tried to embarrass her when she showed up to her engagement. She mocked her. But the man was still himself. He still didn't leave the wife for her. And on top of that, he added now young children. And yeah, because that was a perfect scenario of why different women entered such arrangements. You have the young girl who had never been exposed to wealth. She had been around wealthy people, but she wasn't wealthy herself. She was excited by the lifestyle that she was promised. She ate Wagyu burger. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was around rich people, but she wasn't rich herself. Then you see that Matipa, who was a go-getter, career woman, she just thought the wife at home was weak until they turned her into something else. Then she realized, no, this is not it.
They were even killed. That point when she realized that, hey, even you were beaten like me.
Yeah.
Same level.
Yeah. Then you see the first woman who has been with you through thick and thin, who
even helped you hide a secret.
Helped you start your journey. Because she's the one that gave him his first school fees.
Yes.
Now that one is holding on for that. Then it's just a mess.
So the mentality we tend to have,
problem.
The mentality we tend to have where we want to blame the other party that has been dragged into this, that it must be the other woman. If I can get rid of her, then things will be.
Sometimes it's the other woman, but I feel like if that man is like a repetitive offender.
Sometimes it's the other woman, but you deal with the person who owes you their loyalty. Because how are they with you and they feel it's okay? Because the other one is a stranger. She doesn't know you. She doesn't know your values. She doesn't know. This person has come to know you, come to know your values, come to know what you don't like, and taken a path also.
Yeah. No, me. Sometimes I have a problem with the other woman, but sometimes now watching this series, I understand that yes, some women are a problem, but you can't. It's not a general thing. Not every woman that is with a married man is bad. Like everyone has their reason.
Also, the series humanized the other woman.
The other woman. Like she's not just a homewrecker, or sometimes she's needy. Sometimes she was there first and she doesn't know where to go. Like that's, she believes the guy. She maybe like you. She's still holding on to hope that he will come back. Others are just witches. But how do you tell the difference? You can't. I guess that's why you need to concentrate on the husband now. I see that. Yeah, because you can't know someone's story.
This person is a person who took a vow with you, who owes you the honesty, who owes you the loyalty. What makes them think it's okay for them to do that? Why are they comfortable doing that? Deal with that person.
Yeah.
Leave the other woman. The other person has their own demons to fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. My next lesson. Now this one is for the Joyces. The thing she did. Your children's father, you sent someone to infect him. Maybe she didn't anticipate that this guy would reject treatment and actually be in denial and refuse.
No, but she saw him reject and she let him.
You cut off your nose to spite your face, like...
And they say hell knows no fury, like
a woman scorned.
Yeah. She really was a testament to that.
Yes.
She really, so guys that don't know, this lady, the wife, met during one of those altercations with the other woman. The house got on fire and they sent her to jail. And in jail, she met a woman that shared her story, and she was HIV positive. So in the end, when she had given up on the husband, she now asked that woman, paid her to infect her husband. Who then, of course, like the mouse never misses its nut.
Right.
Landed
right into the trap.
Hook, line and sink.
Proper. My gosh.
It was crazy. But yeah, they teach you forgive. They teach you so many things.
The Guma sisterhood that people don't like.
Yeah.
Let him be. Find your peace. Forgive him.
Yes.
All those things.
But wow, revenge. Actually, the lesson is revenge is never the way.
It's no, it's not.
Yeah.
She deprived her children of their father.
She did.
Yeah.
As careless as he was, as he was their father.
Okay.
He was a human being.
One can argue that the trajectory he was on, he was going to destroy his life still.
Himself.
But you don't help him now. You don't quicken the process, is it?
Yeah, the Bible says judgment is for the Lord.
For the Lord.
So
vengeance is mine, says the Lord.
So now you judge and you even execute the punishment. And in the end, it looks like she shot herself in the foot.
She did.
the son is sleeping with the
Thank you, please. That's why I'm saying don't cut off your nose. In the end, she brought the thing home properly.
Yeah. So you're not supposed
It's
to help
terrible.
God in these things.
It's not our job.
Yeah.
I mean, we can say we are created in his image and we can't help but judge. But maybe stop at judging and judge yourself for judging also. And stop there.
Yeah. You can't
And stop there and maybe pray. Get on your knees and pray and say, God, this is your person.
Yeah.
Help them.
Yeah. And you know, people, today I saw a post on the Shade Room. It's like, who is the real villain? Jonasi or Joyce? And I was like, it is definitely Joyce.
Yeah.
Like, how do you let someone turn you into... She's a murderer at this point.
Yes.
That's murder.
Yes, yes. Very, very well orchestrated murder.
And I don't know if the kids know. I don't know
I'm
those
sure
details.
if they
I don't think they
decide to give us another season,
Yeah.
of course, then we are going to see something unfolding where the kids get to know and
But
dysfunction. Dysfunction takes root, and you watch its roots grow. It's so sad.
Yeah. But maybe the other lesson can be to the gentlemen. Like, man, live your life, but you cannot push someone's daughter and push them and think they are a tree. They will move.
You know, you've seen those posts where you see those memes where the woman is asking, am I a stone? Am I a tree? Am I a building? Hey.
Am I a mountain that cannot be moved?
You know?
Because this lady tried.
She really did.
She really did. She even embraced the second wife.
Yes.
She even got annoyed with the first one.
So why did he get greedy? What was it that... What was... You know, I kept asking, Banage, what is this man looking for that he can't find? What is this thing that is so elusive that he keeps looking for?
Do you know what made me happy? Because this AIDS thing was not the first attempt to killing him. She bought... This is how oblivious I think men that abuse their
doing
wives
these
are.
things are.
She bought a gun to shoot him. And his only thought and deduction from that was because he found her with the gun.
He
And
thought
he
she was
was
going
like-
to off herself.
Yes. He was like,
Idiot.
can you believe? I think I've pushed her too much this time. She was about to take her own life. and she let him
What is
believe
that?
it.
Is it being clueless?
That
is it
is-
being too self-centered? That the narcissism is so deeply ingrained that you can't imagine that someone can want to kill you.
Yeah.
Yo.
Because you kept saying, Joyce, me and Joyce, man, she loves me. She has forgiven me for so much. She's there for life.
Me, I used to say, if you're a guy and you're going out there doing things and your wife is quiet and she's enduring, sleep with one eye open.
For sure. That's what they say.
Sleep with one eye open.
But this guy was
Do you know how many
comfortable.
women have talked about boiling that pot of water and watched you sleep ready to pour it on you? You know, okay, many of them say, I boiled the water and I left him. I didn't do anything. But you know how many thoughts women will sit with?
Yeah.
And how much power they actually have to execute these things? Mukama ayagala people, by the way.
Yeah,
We serve a living God.
for sure.
Because we would have a lot more murder on our hands in this African setting, especially where people like Jonasi are like, "Yeah, that is normal."
Actually, seeing that movie, I now understand, like, because it gave you like an inside look what goes through people's brains.
Yes.
I now have a different respect for women that stay married to these men.
Yes.
Leave alone the
Extreme.
ones that are acclimatized to it. Like there are women that have been brought up, like
They
there's
grew
some-
up seeing
yeah,
in a
no-
similar setting.
Yes, like maybe African women, African society. You know it's the way it's done. I'm going in as a second wife. Even the first wife attends the wedding. Or even like the Muslim ladies, they know it is a thing. The man has up to 4 hackies, you know. But this one that they are trying you fight. You're fighting today. You beat the woman tomorrow. And the man keeps going. My God. I like that it
People
is,
keep
it is a
saying
movie
fear
like,
men, but fear women also.
a woman scorned. You have to fear for sure. You don't know how far you've pushed. You can't know how far she's willing to go.
I myself have spoken to women who say, I literally felt myself run mad. And I don't know, a lot of us have been in that situation where you just feel like there's a wire somewhere loosening.
And you know there are scenarios like crimes of passion. Like you've seen, like someone you push someone like out of anger and they hit their head and die.
Yes.
This was not that scenario.
It wasn't Chibudeo like that.
She thought,
This was,
she conjured up the thought
yes.
and acted on it and executed.
And I think with that scene of her actually buying a gun to kill him, shows you how for her, in her mind, this whole thing started to. First, it sat as a thought, then it started to unfold, then it started to grow, then it started to bring even more ideas because of someone just coming and pressing the same button over and over and seeing what happens. And you press the button many times and you're like, but nothing happens.
And the irony is, it was because of his other woman that she ended up in jail.
Because of
meeting that woman.
Yes.
Anyway.
The writer, what's the writer's name? She's called who? Sunyati? Respect.
She's
okay,
like,
I know Netflix, that the writers for Netflix added a few things. For example, I think she mentioned that Lindani, the character of Lindani, wasn't actually a friend to the daughter in her book. It was just a random young girl. So the friend to the daughter aspect came in from the writers when they were writing the script. But
that's
still,
nice.
even without that little detail, even before with all this other information, her mind.
Yeah. Wow. It was crazy.
Okay, I know art imitates life. Probably she had been seeing a lot of setups like that around her. Because I think she said in Zim, in her workspace, in her former job, she had seen a lot of stuff like that happening. And that's where the idea came from. But, but there are many walking Joyces, many walking Jonases.
Yeah.
I hope they watched and they learned.
So another lesson I thought of was, this is, I was in church the other day and they were teaching about the cherished sin. They talk about the cherished sin. It's about the unrepented sin. Like a sin you hold so dear, you idolize.
Okay.
In this scenario, this is Jonasi and is it adultery? What sin is that? Sexual sin. It's sexual sin. He loved and guarded it so dearly that he did not care. He was not apologetic about it. That it started controlling him.
Oh, I see.
Like when you hold a sin so dear, it controls you to a point that whoever tried never missed. They were able to set him up with a lady that was infected. Matipa was able to catch him because who is he? How can he say no? He saw he had no limits. Not the love, fear to losing his son.
Young girl who literally was his daughter and had been in his home as his daughter.
No fear of disappointing his son.
No boundary line there.
None. He had no boundaries at all. Because he was attached to this sin.
So this thing came first before all these people?
All of it. It drives you. They tell you that the wages of sin are death, right? And sometimes we think it's physical death. But it's death of like a conscience, death of pride, death of of shame, death of
whatever moral
concern.
Compass. Death of
any moral concern, actually.
Yes.
All that died to him. All he cared about was, how can I get it? To a point that Matipa, there's a part where Matipa has just had twins. She's literally just come from the hospital. And he comes to her and he's like, I need to now. And she's like, I've just had a baby. And he's like, does your mouth work?
I remember that. That was crazy. That line was crazy.
Cut your mouth work. And the mother he feared no one. He cared about no one. It was just his need had to be met when it was.
I had forgotten that line. You reminded me. Does your mouth work? Lord. I remember pausing at that point and I was like,
Like at that point, the women, even the women, you're like, what are you loving? This man doesn't care. He doesn't like you.
As in, at that point, he doesn't even see you.
He said his birthday is always celebrated by his first wife,
Yes.
by his actual
Yes.
official wife.
Yes.
So he goes home, she does nothing. He goes angrily to the one he had. What's the word?
Essie.
That's
where now
to
they are-
Matipa,
that's
who rejects him and leaves him with the babies.
Yes.
He was like, I'm not even carrying these children right now. I have
That's
a
when
need.
he went to.
Then he went to his first wife.
That's when her story unfolds.
Yeah.
Because at the point where he was with her, I remember that scene. That's where I think one of the episodes ends, and I was like, his brother's wife. Until the next episode where they explain now, they give you the backstory. But like an itch that will not let you rest. You will not rest until it is scratched. So for me, my next point was not even a lesson. It's a question. You have a certain lifestyle. You get to a point where your children are grown. They are now aware of the lifestyle you've chosen. Still, you feel nothing. I think it goes back to that thing of the progression we see with Menzi, how it starts out and how his personality is and the character development from that point to the end. It's not a question. It's just a wow. Oh, it's not a point. It's not a lesson. It's just a wow.
Yeah.
To adult children that have grown up witnessing this, as adult children, you're still seeing it. My heart goes out to you. It is a dynamic that you never wish on anyone.
My last point, I think, would go to parenting. Us as parents. Okay, future parents. Like I used to hear when I was a child, my mom was very tough on like sleepovers. It wasn't a thing. It wasn't a discussion we would have. But she would let me go to like my cousins once in a while because I was an only child for a long time. And even my sister, she was young. So we did that. But friends, especially if you have a brother, never. And now I understand because you can never protect your child too much.
Yeah.
This is even Joyce, the wife was hurt. She was like, "This is your daughter," and it goes to a point. She really, this was the daughter's best friend. To a point that when she heard that the daughter's best friend had had a miscarriage,
she's the one who showed up as.
She showed up. She tried to pay the bill. She tried to look after. She was like, "My child, I'm so sorry. Let's take care of you." But because I think the girl was guilty, she kept rejecting the offers and only for her to find out
Who
this
the
grown
father
man was preying on his
fathered
daughter's age mate.
Yeah.
Like there's a whole level of fear unlocked as a parent. Because you hear these things happen all the time. Neighbors, your friend's uncle, you know those things? I've had it happen, but this is like seeing things play out in real time. Whether it's scripted, but everyone attests to the fact that it's normal and
life.
You're right.
Art imitates life. That's where their inspiration comes from.
Yeah.
They see things and then
Yeah.
just decide to put what they've seen around them on paper.
Yes.
Meaning these things are happening.
So sleepovers are no.
Yeah. The lesson is you can never protect your child enough.
And also about teaching the kids contentment. We've already said this as well.
Yes.
Because that girl was...
We mentioned it in the episode for the 18-year-olds.
Yeah.
Advice to
Age
the 18-year-old. Yeah.
Age gap relationships.
Age gap. And then the one we did where we was saying what are the things that an 18-year-old should know.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the things you shared.
Yeah.
To be contented.
Yeah.
It's
you really
very
have
important.
It's very important, contentment. Because if you're not... Or maybe even parents need to expose their kids more. Pay attention. Why is your kid living in another woman's house?
Why are they spending so much time there?
Yeah, because she literally lived there.
What is it that keeps taking them there?
Yeah. You need to be inquisitive. The mother was too busy
and
serving at bars.
Yeah, the series doesn't hide it.
Yeah.
Not only was the mother too busy serving at bars, but the attitude she had towards her daughter. Because I think there's a scene, one scene we see with the mother, and it shows you that the relationship, how she was relating with her own mother.
Yeah.
Actually, two scenes, because the mother came at the end when she came to arrest Joyce, and then that scene where the daughter, I think, was trying to tell her something and she was telling her off. Those two scenes. So for me, my last lesson, because I sat down and I said, okay, there are how many women are living with a version of Jonasi? Someone has gone, they've contracted an STD. They've contracted an STI. These days they're not called STDs, they're STIs. They've picked up HIV. You, as their wife who took the vow, the Bible is very clear. Your body belongs to who? To your spouse, just as his belongs to yours. You have power over his body, he has power over yours. In a scenario like that, someone is telling you, I am trying to deny my partner sexual anything, because sexual intercourse, because I know they are stepping out. But as a wife, or the partner is challenging, my partner is challenging me, you're my wife, you're not supposed to deny me. There are many women who are sitting asking themselves, what do I do?
Yeah.
But your body is a temple, right?
Yeah.
So it is your duty to also look
Protect
after
it,
and
yeah.
protect your body.
Yeah.
Can we understand that as women?
And also, adultery is given as a reason to have divorce.
Yes. Oh, it is?
Yes.
Okay.
You-
So
it is
with
it
this
is one of
information,
it's one of the few reasons they allow you to have divorce.
the other reason is when your partner has what? Walked away, and they're an unbeliever, and they've chosen to walk away
Yes.
because you're a believer.
Yes. If an unbeliever leaves you, let them be.
Let them be.
And also that one of adultery.
Yeah. So use that information, take that information and use it as you choose, but it's here. There's no confusion, because at some point I've been asked, I had a few people in my inbox saying, what do I do? As a wife, I'm not meant to deny, and yet I'm worried for my life. Now the information is here.
But also,
do
leave
that.
alone.
Do with that information what you.
Yeah. No, we're not telling you to divorce. But you can also, there's ways, if you know for sure that the husband is straight, if you have an inkling and you don't have proof, there's always PEP.
Is it PEP or PrEP?
Prep.
PrEP is the one for before?
I don't know. PEP, I think, is something else. I've made it up.
No, there are two. There's PEP and there's PrEP. You haven't made it
Either
up.
way, just go.
There's one you take before, then there's one that you
medication.
take after. So anyway, you take, protect yourself.
Yeah.
Whichever way you've chosen to.
Yeah.
I want you to stand on the knowledge that biblically, you're not stepping out of your role.
So yeah, man, we've clearly seen there's, like Priscilla said, it's an imitation of art. And there's lessons to learn there if you guys are interested in watching the series. And if you've watched it, please share with us the lessons you learned.
Yes,
on
would love
this
to hear.
series. That was us for today. Like, subscribe, comment.